Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. If you've never been here before, hi. My name's Sophie. I own a small business called Rymermade. I sell greetings cards, stationery, all kinds of stuff. You'll see. You'll see. Let's not bother going through it all. We've got another precarious setup today because my tripod is still downstairs and ain't nobody got time to run up and downstairs again. But yeah, so first day back after the pop-up. I say first day back, I mean obviously I was home all weekend. It finished on Saturday. I will talk about this in a minute. Yesterday was Sunday and I was working, so today is my first day off completely and I feel the need to just catch up on everything. So let's just talk about last week. So if you haven't seen my previous vlogs, let me just explain that over the last 3 weeks I have done 2 pop-up shops and they were very different. So number one was a 2-week pop-up at a place called Lolly and Lane in Stromness, which is the second biggest town where I live. And the way that that worked was you paid nothing to be featured in their shop, you just gave them a load of stock, they took a 25% commission, and then you just came and took your stuff at the end of the 2 weeks. You didn't have to be there at all. That I would consider generally a flop. I made just under £40, but obviously I paid nothing to be there, so realistically I'm up in profit on that. Come to the second pop-up shop. I wasn't planning to do this pop-up in advance. I actually got a message, I think it was a week and a half before it started, saying there'd been a cancellation and asking me to fill a slot. So I had a quick think because obviously all my stock had just gone in the first pop-up and I had no idea what would sell. So I was like, I'm gonna need to order more stock. Shouldn't have done that. But order more stock I did, and this one was in Kirkwall, which is the biggest town where I live, and obviously it's tourist season, so I felt really good about it. I think I am even on record in saying that if I cannot sell things during tourist season, I should just give up. Well, the second pop-up runs very differently. They charge a weekly rent and it's divided up between however many shops there are. So it was 3 of us, so I paid £83 just to be in the shop. They provide you with absolutely tons of storage, shelving, anything you could possibly need. So you don't have to bring any furniture or anything like that like you would with a stall. But it is between you and the shop owners how it's going to be managed and run, and someone does have to be there all the time. You choose your own hours, everything like that, but you do have to be there. So obviously starting this pop-up, £83 down straight away, so I need to make that to even break even, not including the stock that I actually bought. Like I said, there were 3 of us. However, one of the ladies who had a small business that was in there didn't have the capacity to take card payments or anything like that, and we decided as a group that it would be better for me and the second person to just be the ones manning the shop. We worked out like a little rota between ourselves. It also, we had to take into account the fact that there was one set of keys between us, and I live quite far, well, not that far out of town, but I take a bus, so it's kind of far for me. So the way we did it was say I'm person B. Person A came in the morning, opened up for 9 o'clock and stayed there until 11. Person B, came in from 11 until 3, and then person A came back and did the last hour or so and then closed the shop so that she would have the keys the next morning. The only exception was that I was opening up on Saturday morning, so I ended up, so we rearranged the hours so that I would close on Friday and then open on Saturday. We then kind of scheduled crossover shifts for person C because, like I said, she couldn't be in the shop on her own for a number of reasons, but generally she couldn't take card payments, so yeah, she's also older and had like some health problems and stuff that it just didn't make sense for her to be in there on her own responsible for a whole shop. So we planned like crossover shifts where she would just be there to kind of keep us company and give us a hand, but didn't work out that way. So Sunday was our setup day and it was beaming sunshine. All the tourists were out, they were eating their ice creams and they kept popping their heads in and saying, are you open? I'd love to have a little look around. And we're like, we're not actually allowed to sell anything till tomorrow, we're just getting set up, you know, and please come back tomorrow. It was so busy in town that we were trying to drive along and having to like crawl along while people got out of our way because it was just crowds, it was heaving. And all of us had such a good feeling. We were like, this is such a good sign, this is going to be an amazing week. Monday comes along and our friend Storm Flores came with her, and yeah, it just died a death. We were having hours and hours without anyone coming in, and then when someone did come in they would have a quick, they would mostly just walk in, look, and then go out. So yeah, it is what it is. By the end of the week, it got to Saturday. Actually, let me tell you something else. I'll have gone over some of this in last week's vlog, so you can watch it in real time happening in last week's vlog. But oh my god, on Wednesday I was so poorly. Trigger warning, if you don't like talk about sickness, skip forward 30 seconds. But basically on Wednesday I ended up vomiting on myself. Like I don't know where it came from. I thought I was feeling a little bit better and I was just sitting there and all of a sudden it hit me and then I was like, oh my god, so I ran and I didn't make it. So I ended up messaging person A and saying, can you please come back? Which was great. And I was just really ill and I just went home and went to bed, and thankfully I woke up on Thursday morning feeling worlds better. The only other thing of note was Saturday. We had no customers all morning. A family friend, bless her, she came in. She'd already been in previously in the week, but she saw me doing a Facebook post saying it was quiet, so she came in and chatted to me for over an hour, and then it got to about 1 o'clock and we decided it is time to call time. It was County Show on Saturday, which is a huge agricultural show, but they also bring like fairground rides up and stuff, and everyone in Orkney wants to go to County Show, so all the shops in town were actually closed because all their staff were going to County Show. So we just thought, no one else is going to come to town now. So we closed, packed up, and we were home by probably 2:30, 3 o'clock. I don't actually know. But yeah, we packed up early. Financially, how did I do? I made £64. So if you'll remember, the fee just to be there without even any stock or anything was £83. So I made a loss of £19. However, I did also have that, I think it was like £38 or something from the first pop-up. So if I total the whole pop-up 3 weeks experience as a whole, I did make a slight profit. Obviously I'm not including the fact that I got a bus in every single day, and my husband met me for lunch every day, so we spent money getting lunch, and yeah, there were a lot of extra costs. But it's fine. It was an experience. We don't know how things are going to go unless we try them, and my word of the year was adventure, and to me that means trying new things and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So I think I did really well for that, and I am pleased that I did it. And you'll be surprised to know I actually will do it again and have booked a slot to do it again next summer. I will talk about that another day because I feel like I've talked and talked and talked, but I just wanted to say yes. It was, well, I don't know what I wanted to say. I think I just wanted to tell you about it, to be honest. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done. I've been just playing catch up this morning, like I say, just doing like washing and stuff because I just didn't have time last week to do anything. I had about an hour a day at home last week and it just wasn't enough time. So yeah, I'm gonna do some work and then our food shop arrives in an hour to 2 hours, so I'm just gonna sit down, watch a vlog. I'm currently watching Rebel Jones doing the market setup vlog, tips and tricks. I am, in my head, I'm thinking about next year when I'm going to be at the Great Planet Getaway. So yeah, that's what I'm watching right now, if you're curious. And yeah, I'm just gonna crack on. I'm not gonna film anymore today. I just want to get in the zone, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey, happy Tuesday. Hope you're having an awesome day. This morning I'm just getting ready for all my sale stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I've got quite a lot to do, and I've kind of got hyper focused on something else that I can't talk about right now because it is a surprise. All will be revealed sometime, not anytime soon, a few months. But I'm really into the other thing that I'm working on, and it's just kind of making everything else fall by the wayside. But I did manage to edit my vlog this morning and work on some social media posts, so I will start getting that posted. And yeah, I really need to start on designing this week's t-shirts. I'm doing ocean theme this week because of my anniversary. I also want to do like a special anniversary edition, and I don't know if I want it to be a t-shirt or something else, but it would say like something like me and my gang, me and my besties, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I want it to feature my characters. And by the time you see this, my third character will have been revealed. I will tell you her name at the end of sometime later in the video, because I want to see, when I make the riddle, I want to see if you guess it from the riddle as well. You might have seen it already on social media. If that's the case, then it is what it is. But I will tell you later what her name is and why I picked that name, and I will show you her. I will tell you now, she is an angelfish and she is blue like my brand colours, and I am very excited to introduce her to my little part of the ocean. So yeah, anyway, I don't have a lot of time. I've got 1 hour before work and I still need to like make dinner and make lunch, so I don't really have a lot of time today. Just straight back into normality, I guess. This week my days off are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I'm looking forward to having a nice super chill weekend. I've also realised that this is my son's last full week before the end of the summer holidays. He goes back to school on Thursday next week, and also he's moving, that is him moving up to secondary school, which is absolutely wild. I've just realised I'm not going to have a relaxed weekend because he's having friends round for a sleepover. I guess I'm just zoned out completely there. I'm gonna crack on and get things tidied. I hope this isn't a short vlog. I don't like doing short vlogs. I'll try and do a bit of filming tomorrow. I just couldn't film today because it's all secret squirrel. It's all surprise stuff that I can't share yet. So yeah, if you have any suggestions or ideas or guesses, that's the word, if you have any guesses of what my secret surprise might be, then comment it down below. But not if you're the one person who knows what the surprise is, because that will give it away, obviously. Yeah, anyway, talk to you soon. By the way, totally forgot to say, wearing one of my t-shirts today. It's so soft and comfy, I love it. So just quickly, I've been going through and just updating my bundles of cards. So I had said previously that I was going to remove any multiples options, but I had a bit of a think about it, and I looked at what I've been selling the cards at, and I am mortified at myself because, so a card is £3 and I was selling 10 cards for £16. So just over half price already, and then people could get a discount on top of that. I was selling cards for less than half price. I can't believe it. Like this, I feel like this is part of why I struggle, because I can't do numbers. Like I get really flustered and overwhelmed with numbers very easily. And yeah, discovering that I've been making these cards so freaking cheap, I'm mortified, and no wonder my business is failing, because I've been selling everything so cheap. And this is why I've gone to ready to ship, is because people were buying stuff from me and then I was going to order it. If I look back on how cheap I was selling these cards, if I sold 10, I spent more than what they paid to order in 10. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. So I've just been spending a bit of time before work just going through and fixing it. So the 10 options are going to be available, but what I've done is made them almost the same price as if they were singles. So for example, one card is £3, so 10 is 27, because it's 10 times 3 minus one lot of 3. And then the discounts do get greater with the greater quantity, but it just means that I can keep the option open to order in bulk, and it means that when someone orders in bulk, I will place an order because it doesn't have to be ready to ship, but it means I'm not spending more money than they're giving me to place that order, essentially. So I hope this is a good middle ground. It means that if anyone does want to order in bulk, because a few people do, especially in Jingle and Joy at Christmas, a few people do order in bulk, it means that they're able to do that, but unfortunately they will not be doing it so cheap that I lose money anymore. So very sad for people who shop, and I hope people continue to shop with me. I now see why they were ordering in bulk, because it was so ridiculously cheap, and I'm almost embarrassed that it was that cheap and that I didn't notice. I don't know how I made that mistake. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I made such a horrible mistake, but I've made it to like 50 odd listings, so just going through and trying to fix the error. And obviously I'm on a deadline because it's about to be my shop's anniversary, where everything's going on 20% off. And I don't mind the bulk price going on 20% off when it is a realistic bulk price. You live and learn. That's what all this is about. I know I'm not good with numbers, and I have to forgive myself for that, and all I can do is fix it going forward. But my god, the things I have to fix sometimes. It's embarrassing. Good morning. It's Thursday morning. I didn't film yesterday because I was busy and I was stressed. Look at the little rainbow. I don't know if you can see it on my wall. Probably not. This morning was stressful, by the way. My dog ran away, but I got her. It's fine. She's just an idiot. My sale started this morning. I did my very first Omnisend campaign. Went to spam. I'm presuming it went to everyone else's spam. I will look in a minute and see if it's had any clicks other than myself. Obviously the only person who's even visited my website is myself. Nobody's engaged with the competition to guess my new character's name. I haven't announced the treasure hunt yet, but I will soon. I'm trying to like eke everything out, not just drop it all at once, because the algorithm does not like that. Last night I also worked on some freebies for Scotland Planner Meet, so I've started those. Hopefully I'll get them done throughout the week. In fact, I might try and do them today, but so yesterday I rearranged my whole day because we had to go and collect, or I had to go leave work for a couple of hours to go and pay for the car being fixed. £1,000. And basically I don't drive, but the key, so I had to collect the key and then just wait in the car until my husband got a lift through to where the car is and could drive us home and I could go back to work. However, about 20 minutes before I was about to leave, after rearranging my entire day, they said they haven't got to look at it yet and they need to like fully strip it and everything, so they haven't got time to do it that day. So they would be doing it this morning. They assured me it will be the first job of the day, so theoretically it should be being done as we speak. I feel almost sick saying that, I don't know why. I think it's just the money. I'm having to rearrange my whole day again today, basically for a second time. I did start work early yesterday too, but I might not do that today, I don't know. I need to cook dinner really early. Anyway, it's Thursday and I haven't even designed this week's new releases yet, so I need to do that. I need to launch my treasure hunt. I need to design, I wanted to do like an anniversary exclusive t-shirt launch thing that was like me and my besties, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Ow, sorry, cat claw in leg. I'm so itchy today. I don't know if I'm gonna do it because like nobody cares, nobody buys anything anyway. So I don't know. I keep thinking I can see bugs on the ceiling, but it's just my eyes and floaters. I'm just not feeling good right now. The first comment I saw this morning on the launch of my anniversary was, you need to find another form of work because not everybody is supposed to have a small business, and that's okay. I mean, they're not wrong. I have thoughts about it though. You know what, I'm gonna go sit on the couch and we'll talk about it there. No, it looks like I'm the only one who opened the email, and also it's saying 0%. Oh no, that's just me. Yeah, I'm the only one who actually opened the email, so that's good. I'm honestly not impressed with Omnisend. I was about to go to the living room and talk, but I'm just gonna say something. So I'm seeing all these videos about like, with Omnisend I made X amount of money. And technically it might be true. However, since, let's just look at my report, sales report. So since having Omnisend, no, I want last month. Okay, since having Omnisend, it says I've made £96 from Omnisend. However, I happen to know that every single one of those sales was people that I know and who were going to buy from me anyway. The only difference is that the pop-up came up, they put in their email and they got a discount. So I actually would, if I didn't have Omnisend, if I made £96 from Omnisend, I actually would have made, what, £105, because they just, all those people would have shopped anyway, but they just wouldn't have used that 10% discount that Omnisend gives you as soon as you go on. So I'm starting to doubt the authenticity of people claiming that they've made X amount of money with Omnisend, because actually, like, how do you know those people weren't going to shop with you already? Like, these businesses are like, I've made £2,000 since Omnisend. Would you not have made £2,000 anyway? The only difference is that those people used a code that was given to them. I don't know. I just think it's not necessarily Omnisend, because they're not charging anything at this point. This is a free service because I don't make enough. I'm just doubting the authenticity of people who are getting paid to say that Omnisend is making them all this money when you don't know that people wouldn't have shopped anyway. Because for me, the £96 I've made from Omnisend, I would have made anyway, because I know all the people who bought. So it's a little bit inauthentic, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I was gonna go talk to you. Maybe I should make a coffee. No, I'm not gonna do that, I'm just... Okay, we're on the couch, we're a little comfier, and we did get an iced coffee in the end. It's not the best though, I won't lie. Please just lay down so that you're not literally up in my face. So the comment that I wanted to discuss was basically, in a nutshell, if your business isn't succeeding, you should give up. Not everyone is supposed to have, actually they said you should find another line of work. Not everyone is supposed to be a business owner, and that's okay. So a couple of things. Fundamentally, yes, I do agree with that. Not everyone is meant to be a business owner, and yes, that is okay. Two, just in the interest of accuracy, I do have another line of work. I work full-time as well as my business, and I also do freelance work on the side. Working is not a concern for me. Yeah, so essentially the question then is, why am I not giving up? This is not a successful business. In fact, it is very much a failure of a business. I'm in the negative, and like for this year, last year was, in fact I've never had a year that I'm not in the negative, and this is my 8th anniversary. So why do I keep trying? Why do I keep putting myself out there? Why am I embarrassing myself again and again? And yeah, basically why am I doing that? And there's no concrete answer, but the short answer basically is that I feel like I have to. I feel, when I think about giving up, it feels too soon. I feel attached to this brand. I feel like it could be something big. Maybe I'm really delusional. I think I must be delusional a little bit, because I look at the stuff that I'm selling and I absolutely love it, and I would buy every single thing in my shop, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't make it. And it confuses me that people aren't buying it. We then go down the road of like identity crisis, and is it just that everyone hates me and that's why no one's buying anything? Is that why no one interacts with my posts as much as they do with others? I know I'm like an insecure person, so I try and not notice these things. But yeah, basically when I think of not doing it anymore, I just feel sad. It just feels like the thing I'm supposed to be doing. And yeah, I feel like I've spent so long sort of not quite knowing where my place was within my brand and within the small business world. And then I have taken on so much advice. You know, I did 7 years of complaining that no one cared about my shop, and friends would give advice, and now I'm doing every single thing. I have a cohesive brand, I have a strong online presence, people know about me, I have regular new releases, I have high quality stock, and still nobody wants to buy. So I don't know, it just is one of those things that I'm like, she hasn't had her chance to shine yet, and I can't give up on her before she gets that chance. Maybe she never will, and maybe I'll keep doing this forever. And the thing is, I do enjoy running my small business. I enjoy going to events. I enjoy designing. I love drawing and illustrating and creating new things. I love the rush of when something does sell. I don't love the sheer pit of despair when you get completely ignored after spending hundreds on something. Look at my vlogs for June releases. I don't know, I just feel like it will sell eventually if I just keep going. And yeah, maybe I'm delusional. I think ultimately there's just no... do you mind? Ultimately there's also just no need to speak to someone like that. Like, yeah, fair enough, you could say not everyone has to be a business owner, and that's okay. But when someone clearly loves their business and they enjoy doing it and they just wish they had more sales, don't tell someone to stop. Don't tell someone like, you're not good enough, you're not cut out for this, don't do it anymore. It's giving Mitchum Huntsberger, and it's not cool. Anyway, it is 9:59. It's about to be 10 o'clock. I think I might announce my treasure hunt stuff on Instagram at 10 o'clock. And then I think I need to lock in and do some drawing, because I have no releases for tomorrow yet. I don't even have ideas. I have a theme, which is ocean, but I have no ideas. So I should probably get drawing. Okay, so I've just been watching prints by Millie while I've been drawing. So here are, obviously I've not drawn them yet, but I wanted to show you my ideas. So I've got, these are the sketches, Mermaid to make waves, and it is a little nod to why my shop is called Rymermade as well. I've got Seize the Day, and I've got Just Riding the Waves, which I do have a phone background that says that. I also did a top idea just for like my anniversary as like a thing, and it's my characters and it says squid goals, which I think is very cute. Also, I want to show you something. I didn't do this now, I did this the other day, but I've made a new Instagram banner and I'm so excited. I can't put it up yet because of the competition to guess the name, because the new character is in this. Although you don't see her name in this, you can see her. So I just wanted it to be like a big reveal. But this is my new Instagram banner. By the time you see this, it will be up already. But how stinking cute is this? I love it so much.
So I'm excited. So now it is 25%, so it didn't take me that long to come up with ideas. And yeah, I'm just gonna draw, I'm gonna lock in, and we're gonna get these nailed. I'm not worried now because I know if I draw these today, I'm off work tomorrow, so I've got all day tomorrow to get the actual listing set up. So yeah, let's go. Okay, they're all drawn. I'm sweating. I've been like cooking and cleaning and stuff. I've got work in about half an hour. I'm just waiting for the washing machine to finish. How long does it have? It says 15 minutes, so we all know that that means 20. Got a call from the garage, fuming. So yesterday I was supposed to pick it up and I was going to be leaving the house at 3:30. I rearranged all my work schedule, everything, started work early, unpaid, so that I could go out and pay for the car. Got a call about 10-20 minutes before I was going to leave saying, we haven't had a chance to look at it and it's going to be a few hours work, so can you come and get it tonight and bring it back tomorrow? I initially said yes to that, but then we were like, we'll just leave it because no point in coming home just to sit on the driveway and then go back. So that she promised me it will be done first thing tomorrow. We will make sure it is the first job. Well, I didn't hear anything all morning, and then I phoned and said, like, I need to know what's going on because I need to reschedule all my work stuff. And it was a different woman, and she said, I'm only covering, because I asked if I could pay by card so that I didn't have to come. Sorry, pay by card over the phone. It was a different one, and she was like, you can, but blah, blah, blah. It was all complicated. Anyway, she said they haven't even started. No, she didn't. I'm lying. She said the mechanics are on lunch, so I can't ask them about it. I got a call back from the mechanic. He said, and this was like 20 minutes ago, so like 1:10. He said, we're just gonna bring it in to look at now, but be aware there's a lot of rust under there, so just be aware of that. That literally means nothing to me as someone who's not a mechanic. So I said, what does that mean? Will it be ready by 5? No, actually, he said, do you need it for 3:30? I've got a note here. And I said, no, I was gonna collect it at 3:30 yesterday, and then I got a call saying it's not even been looked at, so we'll make sure it's first thing tomorrow. And he just laughed and was like, oh, well, that would have been nice for me to be told. If they want me to do that, I'll have to put it in the book. And I just was like, deadpan, not laughing. I'm not happy. So I was like, I need to know what that means. Is it gonna be ready for 5? And he went, oh, well, I can't see why it wouldn't be, but just give me a phone call at 4:30 and I'll let you know. So anyway, paying by card is going to be too complicated, so I'm going to go tomorrow when I'm not working and collect the key and pay by card. It's just all such a load of shit, basically. Anyway, on better news, one person has completed my treasure hunt and another person has all but one. They've found everything except one, and both of them found the bonus pearls as well, so that's cool. So I'll be drawing a winner for that on Sunday. I was thinking about going live on Sunday, but it just depends how many people are in the prize draw, because if it's just 1 of 2 people, that's just gonna be embarrassing. So we shall see. I'm gonna just chill. I just need 5 minutes to rest. Then I need to go and hang up washing and then start work, and then sometime, probably about 3 o'clock, I will think about lunch, because dinner's sorted, it's just lunch. So yeah, life. Good morning. First things first, the garage just phoned me and now they wanted payment over the phone, so I've done that. That was expensive, and now this sale needs to make some money so that I can pay the bills for the rest of the month, because whew. Anyway, I'm working on listing images. It's about 10:30 right now, and my plan is, normally I release things at 5, but my plan is to release things at 12 o'clock, so kind of last minute, but I'm not stressed because I've not got that much more to do. I'm releasing, it's quite exciting. I think I might have talked about this kind of, but I'm doing like an anniversary version of a hoodie, and I don't normally do hoodies. I have t-shirts and I have sweatshirts. This is my first hoodie, drawstring hoodie, but it's expensive. Like, it's normally a t-shirt is £25, which is a lot for a t-shirt. The hoodies, for me to make any profit across all sizes, they're £50. And on one hand, obviously that's loads. On another, I don't really expect people to want to buy the anniversary version anyway, but I will never price things higher for bigger sizes. And I was just having a think about it and thinking about people who might be like shocked by it costing £50. And I did think it shows a level of size privilege there as well, because like, not that anyone said anything, but if they did, smaller people don't usually get overcharged for clothes half as much as bigger people, and we could pay double easily for the same item. Because I've made the decision to cost everything equally, because I think that's fairest, it means me as a retailer will I'll make less money on the bigger sizes. However, I think it's more important that I tell my customers that I respect them all equally. But it does mean that there is an uplift for smaller sizes, and it just made me think about, are smaller sizes going to be like, holy balls, I'm not used to paying that much money? Because I can guarantee you plus size people are used to paying that much money for not very nice clothes. Because like, plus size people, we often joke about when we go shopping, it's like, do I like this or does it fit? Because there's that little of a selection, and our clothes are always very, very expensive. So it was just an interesting thought to me, that I thought this might be, for some people who are like anything below, I don't know, XL, 2XL, this might be their first experience of like having to go through one of the things that plus size people have to go through, which is interesting. Little social experiment there. Anyway, that was my little musing. I'm gonna finish up these listing images, and I'm also making some Instagram posts just to show the new releases. I've done 10 die cut stickers. I don't think I've even showed you them actually. I'll show you them soon, because I don't want to interrupt my workflow by opening different folders and stuff. But I've got some bookish stickers, some pet stickers, and then just a couple of like mental health themed stickers. So I'll get those done, and then it'll be time to let Missy out, and then I want to get dressed because I have these adorable earrings that I want to wear today. They were made for me by Molly from Forever Green, and she made me Riley and Starlight earrings for my anniversary, so I'm really excited to wear them today. So I'll go get dressed after I've done this and let Missy out, and then I will show you them in all their glory. I'm excited. Okay, so here's the die cuts. I wanted to get them printed before I set the listings up, because I just wanted to check, like for example these have writing on them, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to have them massive and still have the writing be legible. But I've divided them into categories, so let me show you them. First, these are like the mental health kind of ones. So we've got I came, I saw, I left immediately, and I've got BRB, spiraling. And just to remind you, if you've never bought one of my stickers before, I do this like easy peel tab on it, but it doesn't affect the actual shape of the sticker. It's just to make life easier. Then we've got these like pet ones. So I did Rat Mama, Bun Mama, Cat Mama, and Pup Mama, and all of them have like a slightly different kind of psychedelic-y pattern in the background. I'm open to doing more animals, by the way. I just was thinking about like, what animals do I know people who own I structured that sentence really badly, but what pets do my friends have basically, and the majority have those 4, so I thought they'd be a good start. And then I've got kind of the bookish ones. So I've got Riley doing some reading here, and it says one more chapter. Let's not think about the fact that his pages would get very wet under the water. This one, I'm like, it's so big, but I had to make it big because otherwise this would have been so skinny here. Like, this is only I think a centimeter thick. So it says emotionally attached to fictional people. And then I've got these two that are made to look kind of like an Apple Watch when you get a high heartbeat rate thing. And it says, high heart rate, your heart rate indicates you are currently reading a smutty novel, or indicates you're currently reading a romantasy novel. So that's them. So I'm going to finish setting up the listings now, but I think it's a really cute little die cut release. Let me know what you think, and if there's any other animals anyone wants, please let me know and I'll be happy to do some more. I just literally just drew the silhouettes, so it's really easy to just do any animal that you want. I'm getting so stressed. The files were perfectly lined up, like made correctly, and yet it's posting like this. I'm gonna scream. Okay, tantrum over, got it figured out. It's very cute. Please focus. Anyway, I'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching. Leave me a squid emoji in the comments below if you made it to the end. Sorry this has been abrupt. I'll talk to you more next week. I'm downloading my thoughts. Bye.